Right now, what we're going to check out here on TWIM 215 is what I think is one of the easiest offenses to run in Madden 17. So this is the run and shoot playbook. What I like about the run and shoot, and it's how real teams run their offense, this is something that like Texas Tech, when they had all their players, this is something that they did. So we're in single back spread, and they have trips 4 wide receiver. But if you look at their single back spread, you see a play like this little guy right here. 61 choice. You see seam option, 4 verticals. You go to trips 4 receiver, you see 61 choice, 60 go, 60 slide. Now, if you go out to their shotgun formations, you see same thing. Play like 60 go, a play like 61 choice, a play like 60 slide. So what makes this playbook so simple and so easy to run are these option routes. So right here, we're going to come out into play 60 slide. Gibbs, give me a cover 2. Right? So what you want to do is go through and look at the option routes. So you want to come out against just a standard cover 2.
That's all I got. I'm going to 3-4 bear.
Okay, so you want to come out, you know, in practice mode, you want to go to nickel 2-4-5 on defense with the other controller, pick the play, cover 2, and then you want to see what route they run. So what route are the option routes going to run? Okay, the A route is going to run that right there, and you overthrow it, but that's the route that they're going to run against cover 2. Okay, so how do I take advantage of that when I call this play? Then you want to call it against cover 3. And then you want to call it against cover 4. So each of these option routes are going to behave differently depending on the coverage, except for RB. RB is always going to run the same thing. And this is what I think makes run and shoot pretty solid and pretty valuable. So we'll motion Starks out to the left here. And then he's your extra chess piece. So you're in cover 2, Gibbs?
Yep.
So let's just call it standard right now, and we'll just see what they do. So we got to look at each 3 of the routes. Hike it. Okay, A runs that. He gets manned up. X ran a curl on the left. He sat down.
Yeah, but what you're about to get to is important. So yeah, so you're trying to then say, okay, well that's what they ran. Now my chess piece is Starks. How do I use him to
get either other guys open or to take whatever defender's actually covering that away? Mm-hmm. So, for example, against that cover 2, you go out to gun trips, and you can call this same play. We'll go out and we'll actually call it so we can show it to you. So we know that that middle linebacker against cover 2 is going to cover that player. Correct? He's going to cover that tight end that's cutting across the middle on the 60 slide. Boom. We hike it. We know that A is going to run that route because that's just what A does. And you don't want to throw it to a cover guy. So we can either hope that Starks he's either going to play Starks, or if he plays Adams, then Starks would technically be open because he's supposed to run with him. So now he runs there, and we had A wide open. So the middle linebacker who was initially covering your tight end, he left. He went to cover Starks, and you now have Adams open across the middle.
Because his responsibility is to cover the inmost receiver.
Boom. And now you're throwing a wide open throw instead of having to wait. Now, come out in cover 3. So cover 3, he's going to run a curl in the middle. Cobb's going to run, I believe, a curl on the outside, and then Nelson's going to run a streak on the left side here. So then you would want to throw to Montgomery. But since the Montgomery route is, so go back to cover 3. Since the Montgomery route is good but not great, you can use it to get like 5 yards potentially on how far it backs up. But if you do this to the Montgomery route, you put him on an out instead of leaving him on that little guy, I believe you'll be able to throw the curl much easier to Cobb. So let's see if we can do that. He didn't go to the out right there. Usually he drops to the out.
Just put the halfback on an out.
Right, you can also put the halfback on the out.
Yeah, put the halfback on an out and you'll be fine.
So we'll try that.
There should be a lot of space right there. Yeah, you got to throw it to him though.
You got to throw to the halfback, not.
Yeah, you got to throw the halfback.
But you can actually get him to drop down and play.
But the takeaway here, guys, is you have to this offense is going to give you the reads because the receiver is going to run the right appropriate route against the appropriate coverage that they get. So then it's your responsibility to go through all the route trees and say, okay, if I get cover 3, I should do this hot route to these guys, and then I'm going to deliver the ball here. If it's cover 2, I'm going to go in motion starts, put them on a streak, and do this. So you're the formula for success is already baked into all these plays because you have the option routes. The receivers are going to run the right route based on the coverage to get open, and then it's you to do your homework of, okay, who do I have to go to and what other adjustment to make it better do I do?
Correct. And then last year, you go to give me cover 3 here. You see a popular concept like PA wide receiver in, and it's a quick audible in this formation. You could streak A, and then if you get the blocking, you can throw to Cobb, and you're going to have basically a one-play deep shot downfield if you can just get a little bit of blocking. So that play is there, so if you get cover 3, you could always switch to that. But you want to come out in those option plays, and then you can quickly audible between the single back, and that's probably what I like the most about it is you can get to single back. Look how fast it is just to get to a quick single back run. So that if they're not respecting the box, you can potentially pick up some yards. Right there, we got clogged up. But the reason this is so simple is it forces the defense to spread everybody out. Otherwise, you have a pretty good idea of what's going to be open for you. You have one extra receiver you can use on routes out of the backfield that you feel confident about. And then at the end of the day, you always have the run game if they fan out to hopefully help you pick up some yards. And there's different runs. The best part of this run and shoot playbook is that you basically have every single run available in your shotgun formation that we just showed. So in this trips, you have to come out in it as the sweep is the quick audible, but you've got a draw, an inside zone, a read option, a counter, and a quick base. That doesn't happen all that often. You've also got smash with that very quick route out of the backfield. You've also then got 4 verticals in the spread, which you can get to. But the true key is running the same play and the same concept from different formations.
When did you get a dog? You got a dog and didn't tell me?
So you got 60 slide,
you
61 choice. You run it from gun trips, halfback weak. Then you run it from gun trips. Then you run it from single back. And it's the same thing, it's just different looks. They're not going to know. So that's what matters. That's the most important thing.
No, the most important thing is when did you get a dog and not tell me?
We'll talk about that next time.
No. When did you get a dog?
Can you let him out of here? I've never heard that bark before.
When did you get a dog?
Why is there a dog barking?
Why do you have a dog?
Did you bring your dog to Twim?
No, that's not a Charlie bark. Why do you have a dog and why have you not told me that you own a dog?
What an animal.
This is unbelievable.
Why is there a dog?
You start